Okay, so here's how I manipulate my images in Photoshop to obtain the colours I want. This is an older image of the Rosette Nebula. As you can see, there's lots of green in here. There's also lots of magenta, even on the stars. So what I normally do is, I'll start from the beginning here. I go up and I always duplicate my image. I don't know why, I always just have done. And I play with the duplicate rather than the original TIFF. So I do that, then I go over here and I do Control J and I play with the layer. So once you've done that, go up to Filter, Camera Raw, and wait for that to come up. I've got quite a few things open, so it's a wee bit slower than normal. And as I said, there's a lot of magenta in here and a lot of green that I don't want. So I'm going to go to Color Mixer, make sure it's on the saturation tab. And I'm going to take the magenta down. And if you watch down here where it's heavy, you'll see the magenta goes out. But then I go up to purples. There we go. See? And make the stars white. Once I've done that, excuse me, I can go up to green and take, well, wait a minute, that's maybe not. I'll take down the aqua. Yeah, it's just a matter of playing with the actual sliders till you get the colour you want. Just seeing what ones have got the most significant detail in them. Yellow's got a lot, so we could actually play with that. Take that down a tad. And let's see, blues. As I say, I want to take that green down, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just adjust just a tad. Okay, just a tad. So, okay, it doesn't look much better than it did before, but I'll go up to luminance and I'll brighten that up so that you can see more detail around here. And I'll also bring out the yellows a bit more for the colour down here and along here. The orange isn't really doing anything. And I'm just taking out more of that purple. I don't want the stars blowing out. So anyway, I'm happy with that at present. I then go to colour grading and I bring up this section here and I'll brighten this up a bit, just a bit. So as I say, let's put that back. Right, so I've lifted up the brightness a bit, okay? And what I do is I take the slider here and I move it about just to see what colours I like best. You know, like there's some yellow with the blue, but it's just a wee bit too much maybe. So I'll drag that up a tad. That's green, too yellow. But I actually do like that. It's just trying to find the balance that suits you best for your palette. Um, I'm terrible for doing my own colours. I'm quite happy doing what I want to do. Suits my character. I don't stick with what everybody else is doing. I do what I like for me. So I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to go down to the darks. Always keep my eye on this, that they're not getting separated too much. And obviously the dark, see up there, up at your histogram, see it all splitting. So I'll leave that alone. And the highlights. Let's take the highlights down a tad. Let's see. Now, the highlights, I think I prefer the yellow of the dust showing through more, so I'll go with yellow, and I'm happy with that. And then I go down and I play with the blending mode and get the right balance. As I say, keeping an eye on your histogram that you're not splitting the colours too much. So that actually looks good to my eye. I'll get into basics and I'll bring down the contrast just a tad. And I'm just playing with the sliders to get the detail I want. So if I go in a wee bit of clarity, you can also up your saturation, but just be careful, don't overcook it. And there's your vibrance. Don't want to blow the stars. And take the darks down just a tad. Yeah. Now, my next line of business would be detail. And as I say, you can sharpen just a small amount, don't go crazy. Same with your noise reduction, don't go above. Well, I tend to stick between 18 and 21. That seems to be my sweet spot. So let's try. Oh, as I say, go with what's best for yourself that doesn't ruin your image. I'm going to take the colour noise down, and that'll get rid of some of the gradients and artifacts that are in there. Yeah, that's like not too bad. I'll go back in. I'm just trying to match up the histogram a bit more. Don't want the green in there. Oh, that's nice. It's got a wee bit of red and a little bit of kind of purpley going on in there. I say do what's best for your own colour palette, what suits your taste, and play about with the sliders till you get the colours that you want. And once you've got that, then great. Play about, and once you're satisfied, obviously hit OK. And there you go, you can actually change that again. I'll go into curves and I'll do just a slight S curve, just a slight S, just to make it stand out a bit. Okay, now I've got a whole bunch of tools that I purchased that makes life much easier. It's just a click of a button. So you've got Annie's Astro Actions, you've got astronomy tools. These are things I think they're well worth the money because it's just a click of a button, you know. The same as I also have the Pro Digital software like Astro Flats. If I've forgotten to take flats, I can put one in. Star spikes if I want them. This is an amazing piece of equipment. I'll show you what this does if you don't have it already. Gradient Exterminator. So what I'm going to do is do another line here. So Control Shift Alt N E for a new layer over here. And then I'm going to take the lasso tool and I'm just going to draw round about here. Okay, you see the marching ants. Got to select and I'm going to inverse. so that whatever the gradients, it will get rid of all round here, but it won't touch this part of the image. Filter and go down to Gradient Exterminator. Tick this little box, make sure so that it balances. I've got it on medium and click OK and Control D. And it's actually, I know you really can't see it there, but let me see and I'll show you here. It actually does make a difference. It gets rid of a lot of the gradients in your image. So that's a great wee tool and well worth the money. I think it's like Neil Carbone's Astro tools and things like that that I've downloaded and I've bought over the year. Neil Carbone, Annie's Astro. You should get them. Honestly, they're well worth the money. And you've also got like star reduction. Everything's in there. It's a serious bit of kit. And if you think, like you've got a lot of noise, you can remove more noise, noise reduction, you can smooth out your image. I'm just going to do that just now, just to make things look better. Some people say, oh, it's cheating, but it's not cheating. Photography is subjective, and if you do what you like to make your image nice to your eye, it's always worth it. Always, always, always. So there we go. And if you want to play with the colours again, go up to hue and saturation, play with the hue slider, see what you get. And say for instance you like one colour better than the other, you can always do a mask and just blend it in. That's the beauty. You can also go into channel mixer. Okay, so I'm on red and I'm going to take down the green and maybe a wee tad of the blue. Just play with sliders until you're happy with what you see. It's easily done. So it just changes the colours of your blue, and if you say, well, I like that blue better than that other one, then all you do is go up. You've already got a mask here. Go up to your paintbrush, make sure it's in black, paint in, or take out what you don't want. So it's as easy as that. Just do what you want. Or if you want to go back to normal, you can paint in, you can paint out, add in, you can take away. Simple as. It's just a mask. That's all it is. So play about, have fun, and I hope that helped.